Assalamualaikum and hi everyone. My name is Syazmi bin Ab.Wahab.
My name is Nurfazreen binti Mohd Fazllah.
I am Nur Sarina binti Azahar.
And my name is Nurafina Farisa binti Jani.
And my name is Syafieq bin Zakaria.
We are from group K1G3.
The first assignment that we do is how to strengthen the bottommost layer of road.
So for our second assignment, we want to achieve one of the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals. So we have chosen the goal 14, that is life below water.
The information that we get from the other team is about their first assignment. They required to calculate the weight of the building, and they need to choose the building in around the faculty.
And the second one is about how we solve the coastal erosion and deposition.
Alright, hi. Civil engineering. Civil engineering is one of the most important field in engineering. Why I say like that? Because we use civil engineering in our daily life. Example, we use a house, the building, civil engineering. We go to the class, we use the roads, that's also a civil engineering. We know that civil engineering have many subfield areas. One of the subfield area in civil engineering is geotechnical engineering. Generally, geotechnical engineering deals with natural materials that near the earth's surfaces. Use the principle of rock mechanics and soil mechanics in designing safe, economical, and environmentally sustainable functions, retaining structures and earth surfaces. Earth structures. Okay. What geotechnical engineers do? They determine the rocks and soil quality before building and construction occurs on the site. They also have to make sure that the foundations of the building are safe and solid. Other than that, they learn and study how the structures like buildings and tunnels interacts with the earth. Alright, structural engineering is based on theory of physical laws and empirical knowledge of the structural performance of different materials and geometries. Structural engineering designs a simple structural elements to build a complex structural system. Structural engineers do a construction project such as dams and bridges, and they have to ensure their strength and durability. Structural engineers also a specialist in structural design, conservation, conversion, and repair. Environmental engineers play a key role in creating a system that protect our natural resources. And that they also use a principle of science and engineering to improve our environment. Okay. Other than that, they also find ways to reduce the air pollution and to improve the water quality. Right. Another subfield of civil engineering is coastal engineering. Coastal engineering is a branch of civil engineering that do a project near the coastlines and the ocean. Usually, they use works like jetty and the other. Okay? Go.
Soil. What is soil? An engineering definition of soil is all the fragmented mineral at or near the surface of the earth, the moon, or other planetary body, plus the air, water, the other substance. So we know that soil and rock is the most important thing in construction. So here we go. Okay, so we have wearing cost, binder cost, road base, sub base, and subgrade. Here's some explanation on how to strengthen the layer of soil. The first one is compaction, deep vibro compaction. How we compact the granular soil. We compact granular soil and rearrange the soil particle to a denser point. This technique can increase the soil density and homogenize independently from groundwater table. The second one is stabilization. Using cement and asphaltic binder. This can increase subgrade stiffness and reduce swelling tendencies. The third one is installing geotextile, used to prevent soft or inadequate soil. Geotextile must have specific mechanical and hydraulic properties to ensure they have the right characteristics for their intended use. Next is dynamic compaction. Just like free fall, we use 10 until 40 meter ton of weight proper in free fall in height from 10 to 30 meter. Number 5 is vertical drain. Prefabricated plastic are being inserted into the ground. We are using machine named using machine called stitchers. A grid of drain leads to a controlled consolidation process, applying a surcharge for a certain period. After consolidation complete, the surcharge is removed and the construction can be started. That's all.
So for our second assignment, we want to achieve one of the UN Sustainable Development Goals, UN SDG. UN SDG is the collection of 70 global goals to achieve a better and more sustainable future for all. So for this assignment, we have choose goal 14, that is life below water. This goal to conserve and sustainably use the oceans, seas and marine resources. So the first issue is coral bleaching. The main factor of coral bleaching is the rise of seawater temperature due to global warming. When the sea temperature is increasing, the coral will expel zooxanthellae algae. This algae is to provide essential nutrients to coral and it gives color to coral. So when the coral expel this algae, it will lose its color and this is called coral bleaching. When the coral is bleaching, it will lead to dead coral and it can cause imbalance in our ecosystem. The effort that can be done by the government is to declare the coral reef as marine park under Akta Perikanan. The government should strengthen the law to prevent any illegal activities at coral reef. The society also can cooperate with NGO to clean up the beach and do replanting the coral. For example, my school have involved in Malaysia Book of Record for the largest coral planting event in Malaysia in 2014. So the second issue is water pollution. One of the main cause of water pollution is lodging activities. The lodging activities cause the soil, the tree can't hold the soil anymore and the soil will pollute in the river. As you can see, this is the condition for some river in our country. So the second cause of water pollution is factory waste disposal. Some factories take easy way to dispose their waste into our river, and this toxic waste can harm and kill our aquatic life. So what local authorities can do is they must tighten the law and give punishment to those factories that dispose their waste to our river, and the government must be serious in controlling lodging activities in our country to make sure we can achieve these goals.
According to William R. Spiller, the structural analysis is the most part concerned with finding the structural response given the external load. In all but the most trivial cases, the real structure, the structure without the simplifications commonly associated with analysis, turn out to be impossibly complex. So the element in the structure that we need to know is wall, beam, slab, roof and column. So now I will let you know about the load distribution and how to calculate the structure in the building. So First, the movement of the load from top is a roof to roof beam to column, and for the next floor it's from slab to beam to column to stump and to the foundation, as you can see from the picture. So as you can see from the picture, there's 4 components of the structure, which is column, beam, slab and wall. How do we calculate the weight is with the same method, which is we need to times the density of the concrete with the volume of the component. After that, we will time with the gravity and we will get the weight. So the last component is the roof, and how to calculate the weight is, the first step is we need to total the roof area. Second step is we need to calculate the area of a tile roof, and the third step if we need to approximate number of tiles. After that, we need to weight of the roof tile, and we will get the total weight of roof tile.
So, there is 2 problem that we need to solve, which is, first thing first is erosion. What is actually erosion? The action of surface processes such as water, law or wind that remove soil, rock or dissolve material from one location on the earth crust and transfer it to another location. Sediment demand is more than sediment supply. So, what is the solution? So, we need to reclaim land and build embankment to prevent the erosion. The next one is about the problem is deposition. The geological process in which sediment, rock and soil are added to a landform or landmass. Sediment supply is more than sediment demand. So, what is the solution? The solution is we need to dredge channel in the river mouth. Firstly, we need to know the volume sand of dredge channel, and then we design the channel. Did you guys know what is dredge? Dredge is the process of removal sediment and debris from one part of water environment and relocating to another place. Next, what is reclamation? Reclamation is the process of creating new land from ocean, riverbed or lake beds.
Alright, as the conclusion, we can see that all of the 4 assignments that we do and we get information from the other group is related to the subfield areas of civil engineering. As we can see, the first assignment that required us to find the way how to strengthen the bottommost layer of the road, which is, we can see that this assignment is related to geotechnical engineering, that we have to strengthen the bottommost layer first, then we can do a traffic. As well as this engineering also related to transportation and highway engineering. Okay. Other than that, the assignment 2, which is we have to find ways and the issue and ways how we can achieve the under United Nations Sustainable UNSDG, United Nations Sustainable Development Goals, and our group choose the goals number 14, which is life below water, and this assignment is related to environmental engineering. Alright, then assignments number 3 that we get information from the others group, which is required them to calculate the weight of the weight of each structures in the building, such as dam, the wall and the roof. Before we have to know to have a safe building. Right, this we can say this assignment is related to the subfield of civil engineering, which is structural engineering. Or lastly, assignment number 4 that the other group 2 is related to coastal engineering. What is the assignment? The assignment is they have to find way to solve a problem which is related to coastal erosion and deposition in Kelantan. So we can see that this assignment is related to the coastal engineering, which is a subfield areas in civil engineering. Alright, so all the 4 assignments, you can see that teachers and give us knowledge, more knowledge, deeper knowledge about civil engineering.